There's a hidden law that governs our greatest ambitions, a force that's so subtle, yet so powerful, that it determines whether a dream becomes reality or just fades into a memory of what could have been.
Now, this isn't some superstition. It's a psychological trigger, one that's buried deep within our minds. And to really understand it, we have to start with an old story. In a small village, a long time ago, there lived a young man named Simon. And Simon, well, his heart was just full of incredible dreams, but his hands were always empty.
You see, Simon had this strange and honestly predictable habit. Before he would ever lift a single tool or lay a single brick, he would first have to gather an audience. He'd walk right into the middle of the market and declare, "I'm going to open the biggest shop this village has ever seen." And of course, the people would clap. They'd praise his ambition. And in that moment, Simon felt important. He felt successful. But the next morning, when it was actually time to do the work, that fire inside him, it was just gone. The praise had been enough. So one evening, a disheartened Simon was just sitting by the old well when a quiet village elder approached him. The elder had seen this pattern of failure over and over, and he asked a simple question that was about to change everything for Simon. The next day, the elder taught Simon a lesson, but not with words. He used actions. He took 2 identical seeds. The first one he planted quietly in the dark, rich soil. No fanfare. But the second one, he held it up high for everyone to see, announcing what a great tree it would become, before leaving it exposed on a sun-baked rock. Well, you can guess what happened. Days passed. The hidden seed, nurtured in silence, sprouted into a strong plant. The announced seed, it just withered away, eventually taken by the wind. And that's when the elder shared his wisdom. A dream, he said, is just like a seed. It's a fragile, living thing. It needs the protection of darkness and silence to gather the strength it needs to break through the surface. Now, this ancient parable, it isn't just a nice story. It is a perfect metaphor for a documented psychological phenomenon that, believe it or not, controls our motivation. Psychologists actually have a name for it: social reality. Here's what it means. When you tell someone what you are going to do and they respond with praise, your brain experiences a premature sense of completion. It gets the reward before any of the work has even begun.
It's a trap, really. You announce your goal. That announcement gets you social validation. Likes, comments, people saying, "Great idea." That validation releases dopamine, the exact same chemical you get from actually achieving something. So your brain, having already gotten its reward, basically says, "All right, job's done." And just like that, the neurological drive you need to actually pursue the goal, it just dissolves. The words replace the work.
And this is where the parable stops being about Simon and it becomes about you. It leads us to a very quiet, maybe even uncomfortable place, the graveyard where our best intentions are buried. I want you to look back just for a moment. How many brilliant ideas, how many promises you made to yourself are lying there right now, buried not because you failed, but because of a few simple words of premature praise. Be honest. How many times did that warm glow of applause feel better, feel safer than the cold, lonely effort of actually doing the work? That validation became the drug, and the dream itself was the price you paid for it. And here's the most dangerous part. It feels like you're making progress, but every single announcement was like a tiny leak in a tire, slowly draining away the energy you needed for the real journey. This isn't some flaw in your character, it's a flaw in the process. You exposed the seed to the sun before it ever had roots. But here's the good news. Once you understand the trap, you can choose a different path. You can stop being the announcer, and you can start becoming the builder. After that lesson from the elder, Simon changed. He decided to build a simple wooden chair. But this time, he told no one. He just worked quietly, day after day. He made mistakes, he learned. And when it was finally finished, he felt a pride that was real. A pride born from doing, not from declaring. See, the silent builder doesn't waste energy on performance. They invested in progress. Their validation comes from the work itself. So here's the crucial point. True power is not in the announcement, it's in the execution. Silence isn't about being secretive, it's about incubation. It is the focused state where potential finally gets transformed into reality. And this becomes the new rule. It's a simple shift, but it's a profound one in how you approach every single goal you have, starting today. Treat your ambitions with the respect they deserve. Keep them close, nurture them with consistent, quiet action. Let the roots grow deep and strong before you ever even think about seeking the sun.
Stop telling people your plans. Instead, when the time is right, show them your results. Let your finished work be the only announcement you ever need to make.